Got head men's soccer coach Neil Jones here to take questions. Men's soccer, number 8th in the country, takes on Indiana on Tuesday, Rutgers on Friday at 7 both nights. Tuesday is Breast Cancer Awareness Night, and Friday is March to McClyman. And we'll take some opening comments from head coach Neil Jones.
Yeah, returning back from Seattle, Washington for the first game in the Big Ten Conference, at least in the state of Washington for our program. Came back with a 0-0 tie on the road, which against a very good Washington team. To get a shutout on the road was huge, and to come back with a point was good too. And excited for this week. Indiana tomorrow night, and then Rutgers Friday night. So back home at McClyman, and in front of our own fans and where we love to play, and looking forward to two very important Big Ten conference games this week.
You talked about playing at UW. What's the expanded Big Ten and this season looking like for men's soccer?
So with the 4 new West Coast schools, only 2 of those 4 sponsor men's soccer, which would be UCLA and Washington. So the way the Big Ten Conference has done it is you travel to one West Coast school and you host the other. So we hosted UCLA a couple of weeks ago, and we went to Washington. So it's been great. Like those 2 programs are traditionally top 20 programs, if not even higher. I mean, Washington was in the national championship game 3 years ago, and is just a really good team. So, and UCLA is UCLA. So it's great from a conference RPI. It's great from a conference competitive standpoint, and yeah, we welcome those teams to the league. The travel is not easy. It is far, but we're going from a closer distance than some of the other Big Ten opponents that will have to go to Los Angeles or Seattle. So it was a fun trip. Guys enjoyed it. Went down to Pike Place Market, threw some fish around, and came back with a point. So it was a good trip.
You guys have obviously been immensely successful this year, and this is probably a hard question to answer, but is this what you expected? Would you have expected even more, expected less? And what do you think this team can be by the end of the season when you're a finished product?
Yeah, it's a good question. We always go into the season with the goal of, winning the Big Ten, and this team has been at the expectations we have, if not surpassing some of them. Now there's a long way to go. I understand that we've had a good start. We're ranked in the top 10, which is awesome, but we have a long way to go. And the guys are hungry. They want to be coached. They want to learn, they want to be better, and they want to win. So we can become a better team. Does that mean we get the results? Who knows? Soccer is a fickle sport. We are in a bit of a tough spot at the moment with some injuries that we're trying to bounce back from. And I think the sky is the limit for this group as long as we stay humble, we stay committed to following the game plan, committed to, getting better every day in practice. We're in a tough stretch right now with 3 games in a week, but we have good depth in our team. We've had injuries throughout the season where other guys have stepped up, and we're going to need that tomorrow night against Indiana and potentially on Friday as well.
Coach, just going off of that, what's been the key to your success so far this season?
A great locker room of incredible human beings. That are all committed to each other and committed to the program. I talk to the captains every other week and just kind of get their finger on the pulse because I'm not in the locker room every day. And both of our captains are saying this is like the closest team that they've ever been a part of. In terms of there's no kind of bickering. Obviously, everything helps when you're winning. But yeah, this is a close group of young men that are playing for the badge and playing for each other, So even guys that aren't seeing the minutes that they want are showing up every day in practice and making the starter that they're training against a better player. We do have talent, no doubt. We have some goal scoring that we haven't had in the past. We've got a freshman who's scored 8 goals Dean Bolts, and we also have a sophomore who has scored 5. Freshman last year, and Trip Fleming is his name, and didn't score as a freshman any goals, and halfway through his sophomore campaign already has 5. So I think that speaks a little bit to the development of the players that we pride ourselves on here at Wisconsin. And defensively, we've been very sound. We've added 2 transfers that have come in and made us better in the back line. Ellis Jones at center back, and then Roberto Burlu, who's been fantastic at right back. So talent is definitely a part of our success, but I just think our locker room, our mentality every day in training, our cohesion, and our overall culture as a group of young men has been great.